Women are not the goal, they're a byproduct of a fulfilled, full life. Once you develop yourself and you're living a full life, this is when you can get women easily and effortlessly, because this is when you don't care about it, because you care about higher things. What's up, bro? Today's video, we're talking about why chasing women keeps you weak. I've talked about many times how you're not one self. You have many different competing drives and impulses. And your instinct for sex and women, this is the strongest self that you have. And that's why I chose sex and dating and women and relationships and love. That's why this is like the surface level packaging of my videos. But if you stay on the surface and you only care about this topic of dating and female nature and how to get women, you're never gonna graduate beyond the world of mating. You're gonna stay stuck in the loop of seeking validation and all the anxiety and bullshit that comes along with that. And that's why I tell you guys in almost every video that if you want women, you have to actually not care about it. In all other aspects of life, you have to care to get the results you want. If you want a nice physique, you have to care about going to the gym and your nutrition and your health. If you want a business that makes lots of money, you have to care about it. You have to work on it. But with women, you have to do the opposite. You have to not care about it. The men who care the least about getting women, they are the most successful with women. So in this video, I'm gonna lay out how you can stop chasing women so you can stop being weak and not getting what you want, and how this relates to the changing new world of AI agents. And the world is changing very rapidly, and it's going to continue to change more rapidly. Like, the rate of change is accelerating. So this is a whole new world, a whole new paradigm shift. And this is what you should be focused on. It should be adapting to this new world. You shouldn't be still focusing on chasing women. This is gonna make sure that you don't get ahead in life. Guys who are not focused on women, the guys who are focused on personal development and using these tools and adapting to this new world, they're gonna outcompete the men who are still stuck in the mating game and trying to chase women. So the three things I'm going to talk about is solitude and how it's a weapon. And I'm going to talk about identity and how the men who can update their identity are going to be the most powerful going forward. The men who can adapt to change, who can shed their skin and transform into something new constantly. These are the men who will excel in this future world of AI and eventually becoming the Übermensch. That's what the point of this channel is. It's to get you onto the path of personal development so you can rise above humanity using advanced artificial intelligence systems, merging with it through a brain-machine interface eventually. This is way down the line. I mean, it's much sooner than people think, but merging with super intelligence and becoming the Übermensch, this is like the lofty end goal. We need to set the groundwork, and I'm trying to initiate as many men as possible, and that's why I use these female nature and dating titles and surface level topics, because that's your sex drive. I'm speaking to your instincts and your biological hardwiring to pursue women and sex. Your DNA wants to reproduce itself. The more you want women, the more you crave and long for sex and connection with women, the better chances your DNA has of replicating. And that's why your sex drive is so powerful. But you gotta master your sex drive and harness it and use it. Semen retention is great for this. especially semen retention on hard mode, which is probably too advanced for most guys, but keep that in the back of your head. Leave a comment if there's any. I've said a lot of things right now, and I don't know which area you guys want me to focus on most, because sometimes I focus on the surface level, teaching you how to get women, which is by not caring about them, but I teach you how to not care, and the solution is to care about something much higher and loftier than satisfying your sex drive. By the way, once you satisfy your sex drive, once you get sex from a woman, or once you're in a relationship, I tell you guys not to do relationships, but that's fine. Once you have it, then what? Like, you start to see all you guys who are like virgins and who are very unsuccessful in the dating market. You guys think this is so great. Oh, having sex, getting women, this is so amazing. This is the point of life. That's because your sex drive is so strong. Once you feed your lust, it doesn't like get quieter. It just, you want more and more and more. Like when you make a little bit of money, you want to make more money. It's not like, oh, I made enough, now I'll stop. Whatever desires you have, once you satisfy that desire, it's only satisfied momentarily, and then you want more and more and more of it. So why not engineer your drives and engineer what you want so that the thing you desire is actually good for you and it's actually aligned with your values and your trajectory where you want to go in life. You can become addicted to sex. You can become addicted to drugs and junk food and whatever vices and pleasure and comfort. Or you can make yourself addicted to challenge and hardship and improving and self-overcoming. And you want more and more and more of that, which is actually good for you. The more you challenge yourself physically and you see what your body is capable of and you push beyond the limits, and over the years, you feel yourself becoming stronger and more powerful. You become more competent. You develop skills and abilities. This is intoxicating in a good way. This is the kind of dopamine you actually want. It's the slow, gradual dopamine, not the quick, easy, effortless dopamine. Any kind of reward of dopamine that requires effort, this is what you want. You get dopamine from exercising, but it requires effort. When your dopamine requires no effort, like doom scrolling or jerking off to porn or getting high and drunk or whatever it is, the less effort is expended, the worse it is for you. And the more effort is expended, the better. That's why sprints are so great, because sprints is like maximum effort. You should be doing some kind of sprinting. I recommend hill sprints because it's very safe, 2 or 3 times a week. You should have 3 days a week where you do lifting, resistance training, and 3 days a week where you do cardio, both zone 2 and zone 5 sprinting. But I digress. Let's talk about the first concept, solitude. Solitude is how you get away from the world, get away from the influence of the world. So many guys are just receiving not signals, it's noise. They're just filling their brain with noise, consuming media constantly, short form content, looking at pictures of women on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, lusting after these girls. This is a quick tip. Stop looking at beautiful women on pixels. If you have to look at beautiful women, do it in real life. Go to the gym. There's beautiful young women walking around. Let it boost your testosterone. You guys know I don't like cold approach, but I like being around beautiful women because I know it's boosting my testosterone and I can get a better workout. It satisfies my ego to get choosing signals from the women at the gym. They like to strut around in front of me and display their sexy physiques. If you have to consume information, and you should be learning. The best way to learn is by reading books. This is the information you should consume. Text, words on a page. This is very good for your brain. when you're looking at screens and consuming media that way, very bad for your brain. Anyway, even when you're not looking at screens, when you're socializing with other people, they are influencing you with their ideas. You're getting enmeshed into society and the herd thinking, the herd mentality, the herd values. The more you hang out with others, the more you start to adapt and adopt their values and what they think, how they look at the world. And when you spend time in solitude, you can just be on your own. You can learn how to think for yourself without being influenced by others, by the herd values. Because the herd values are good for the herd. They're not good for you as an individual. Solitude is a game changer for me. I spent 12 years in a marriage, and now I've been 4 years on my own. And I have periods of dating women, and then I have periods of solitude, which are long. They're getting longer and longer because I'm getting so much benefit from the periods of solitude. I get no benefit from periods of dating. Like, I get pleasure and comfort and enjoyment of life. This is nice, but it's not developing me as a man to go on a date with a woman and have sex with her. It really doesn't do anything to make me better. Now, if I was gonna have a baby or something, then it would be productive. But having meaningless casual sex, this is not productive. I do think you should do it occasionally just to, we need this. We have a sex drive. We have these drives and instincts that want us to party and have fun and socialize and have sex. So you gotta do that. That's part of who you are as a human, but limit it. You need to keep it contained and always have your higher self in charge. So you don't just randomly go and party and stuff. You have like a time, you have a set period where you're gonna do that. So solitude is super crucial. The next thing, your identity. The guys who cling to one identity, they are going to be obsolete so fast in this new world of AI. You have to be able to completely shed your identity and transform yourself into something else. This is going to become the most valuable skill going forward, is the ability to adapt. The way you see yourselves, your swarm of different selves competing inside you, that needs to be constantly updated, and the guys who can update are going to prosper and thrive, and the guys who cling to their one identity, they're just going to be left behind, because the world is going to start changing so fast. You can't be one self. You're already not one self, but you can't think of your identity as fixed. It has to be malleable in order to be competitive. And psilocybin is great for this. It really loosens your mental models, and it brings out this chaotic spirit, but it's illegal in a lot of places, so I don't want to recommend that. Meditation is also good, and just trying new skills, being a beginner at different skills. Like, I did ballet. I was a beginner at ballet. I was a beginner at kickboxing. I'm always trying new things where I'm a complete beginner, and it's just a novel situation that's uncomfortable and challenging. Don't put yourself in novel situations, like seeking novelty in the form of pleasure and comfort, being a hedonist. This is not what I'm talking about. This is not changing your identity. So it's useless. You should be seeking novel challenges, not novel, pleasurable enjoyment. So solitude, huge. Being able to change your identity is huge. And then as far as women goes, once women is just solved, it's taken care of, you have more than enough women, and you're able to attract women very easily. This is how you know you're on the right path. If you have to try with women, if have no success and you have to you're trying to date them, you're trying to text girls, you're doing cold approach. This is how you know you're fucking up, because you need to get yourself and your life in order and commit yourself to personal development and solitude, and then re-enter the dating market and see how things go. If it's still not good, go back, because women are really, they're like a mirror of how you're doing internally. If you don't have your shit together internally, you're not going to be able to attract women, and you're not going to be able to retain women, even if you can attract them. Maybe you're extremely good looking. Maybe you're doing looks maxing, and now you're getting women who are interested in you. But as soon as you spend time with them, they lose all interest because you haven't developed yourself internally. Looking good is great, but it's just getting your foot in the door. Who you are on the inside, this is what actually matters. So start to care about that way more than your external appearance. You have to live with yourself. A lot of people travel because they're like, oh, I'll go to see this new place. And they're seeking to get away from themselves. But wherever you go, there you are. So isn't it better to just develop yourself internally? And then no matter where you go in the world, you're always going to feel good. You're always going to feel happy. You're always going to feel strong and powerful and competent and capable because you developed yourself inside. You don't have to seek external things. You don't have to upgrade your home or travel to a exotic location. Once you build yourself internally, you're going to realize this is what actually matters. External things are kind of trivial in comparison to the inner world. All right, guys, like the video. Buy my ebook, The Brutal Truth of Female Nature, to read about my story. If you want me to help you get on the Übermensch path, the path that I'm on, accelerating ourselves and our personal development, I'm going to be using AI agents. They keep changing the name. It was Claude and then like Moltbot, and then now it's OpenClaw. It's just an AI agent that lives on a computer and it can do tasks for you. I'm really excited to set this up because I think this is the first stage of merging with artificial intelligence to rise above humanity and become the Übermensch. This is my ultimate goal in life. And it's not like an end goal. Like I always say, self-transformation has no goal. You have to keep transforming faster and faster because the world is about to start changing faster and faster. You guys aren't ready for what's about to happen. But if you want to get ready, watch my channel, like the video, comment, subscribe if you like these topics. And yeah, if you want my help becoming the Übermensch, a God among men, one-on-one coaching, link in description. We're going to do it, guys. We're on the cusp right now. We're on the exponential curve. It's about to go vertical. And AI agents, this is the first step. I can't wait to get my new computer and set up my own AI agent and start giving it skills. And I'll tell you guys about it. You guys can do it too. If you're interested, buy a Mac Mini, and it's an open source software. It's called OpenClaw. I'll leave a link in the description. Maybe you can even download it before me. But this is where the world is heading. We're gonna augment ourselves with these AI agents, and they're gonna be doing stuff for us while we're sleeping. The future is about leverage. It's not about consistency. Like it used to be about hard work and consistency. Now it's going to be about upgrading and updating your identity and leverage. Using AI agents as your leverage, as your workforce. We're going to see $1 billion, $10 billion one-man companies. One man with a swarm of AI agents is going to achieve billions of dollars in valuation in the coming years. We're at the very cusp of this new trend, guys. All right, I gotta go enjoy this sunshine. We get very little sunshine these days, so here's a quick update for you guys. And there hasn't been a lot of sun, so I haven't been recording a lot. Once we hit spring and summer, I'm gonna start doing daily videos again because there's a lot of exciting things happening in the world of AI and personal development. And of course, if you guys are legitimately only interested in this shallow topic of female nature and dating, I can give you lots of advice, lots of practical advice on how to get women. But my main idea, my main solution is to not care about women by caring about other things way more, like your goals, your personal development. If you can somehow get yourself to care about that stuff more, reading philosophy, I care about that so much more. I care about skateboarding so much more. When you have interests and hobbies and pursuits and you can care about that way more, the women just come effortlessly. So that's what you want to, I don't know what I'm doing. That's what you want to do. You want to get to caring about other things besides women. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.